welcome to Part 2 Call of Cthulhu. Because, you know, why not? But, yeah. So apparently, we're now in the, asylum. Because, you know, weird background crap going on that who knows what the fuck it's about. Just creepy shit. All the creepy shit. Let's go ahead and turn that down just a little bit. Okay. Like, I have tons of questions, like how that cop is alive. Though I question if he's actually alive. I really don't know. Before we continue on into things, real quick, we're gonna go here. So we had our October event that I had been preparing for. And so, you know, slightly not great news for me, but great news for all y'all. You know those blacklight yarn dice bags that I had been making and talking about and all that other stuff? While I did sell dice bags, no one really at the event seemed to want the blacklight bag. And maybe it's because nobody had a blacklight set up in their room or something, I don't know. But where this is good news for y'all is that over this next week, I will be taking pictures and putting them up on my coffee page. There, you will be able to order your own. So, that's where it's good news for you guys. I haven't stopped making dice bags. I'm going to continue making them, but just thankfully, because I'm no longer in crunch mode, I can start putting focus on getting other items and hopefully working to expand the sticker selection and other TTRPG stuff that goes into having a store. The reason why I like having the sticker selection is because, you know, people like to decorate their stuff. And being a nerd is oftentimes life-consuming. Willingly life-consuming, mind you. But yeah, so keep an eye out on the page. Like I said, over this next week, I will be taking pictures. I will be uploading everything. I'm not sure if I reopened the store. I did temporarily close the shop yesterday. That way just in case nobody would order anything, possibly affecting my stock. I want to make sure, like, when I'm taking orders, I want to make sure I have it. So, yeah. Everything will get updated over this next week. So, like I said, keep a close eye on that page. All right, let's get back to this. Load game. All right, we are in Chapter 5 at the Riverside Institute. Let's see. Pierce and Officer Bradley followed the intruder to the secret meeting place of a cult set in a network of underground caves right under the Hawkins Manor. By the way, I called that shit. Just gonna put this out there. I called that straight from the get-go. When I looked at that painting, I fucking called it. They witnessed a strange ceremony led by a Charles Hawkins, very much alive. Bradley tried to arrest him, but Hawkins, whose body displayed various mutations, disemboweled the police officer. As he tried to escape from him, Pierce found himself prisoner of a rockfall. Rushed to Riverside Institute, he is in critical state. And apparently Officer Bradley is alive. I still question this. Oh, we're restarting from here. Gotcha. So, a small bit of recap from the last video. want to know what your eyes look like, dude, because nobody wears glasses inside unless they're hiding something.
You will survive. Strong subject. There, he's opening his eyes.
You saved him, Fuller. I can't get up.
Don't move, Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
What did you do to me? Undo these straps!
Whoa, go easy, my friend.
Your dad, he killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too, we were dead. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What? No!
That is some fast acting, stuff. Alright.
What happened to me? Where am I?
Mr. Sanders, you have to come with us.
No, please. I can't leave here.
You got no choice, Sanders, and neither do we.
Oh, you don't understand. If I go out, he'll see me. No! No!
You're leaving this cell.
Please. I don't want him to find me.
This is a dream. Oof. Oh man, Hatter, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't watch this too much because this is even making me a little disorientated. Ugh. Try not to get motion sick.
They tracked and hunted me, pursued me right into their dreams. They scrawled all over their maps in the wake of my lonely wanderings.
This is giving "Are You My Mummy" vibes right now. This is giving very much "Are You My Mummy."
No sea is dark enough to hide the color of my blood.
I'm going to assume you are Cthulhu.
Strong enough to scatter my...
Or no, Leviathan. This is definitely a dream. Like, as soon as, woke up, kind of became obvious.
When the last of them rises up, you will choose. I will not be here to bear witness to it, because you will have released me. But the earth will resound to your cries, or theirs. Awaken and free me.
Oh!
You there. Wake up. Come on, stand up.
Mary Colden.
We don't have much time. Can you stand up?
Who are you?
A friend of Ethan Bradley. It was he who told me that you had been interned here.
Wait. Bradley is really alive? I don't understand. You filled me so full of drugs I can't distinguish dream from reality.
Please believe that I have nothing to do with these disgraceful treatments. Look, I don't have time to explain everything. I'm not really supposed to be here. And the same goes for you, according to Ethan. You must leave as soon as possible, and as unobtrusively as possible. I've brought you your clothes. Let me go ahead. We'll meet upstairs.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? What do they do to the patients to make them so terrified?
I would really like to know. I only see them when they are brought up for medical treatment, for problems they didn't have before going downstairs. But this is neither the time nor the place to talk about that. We must not stay here. There are 2 men standing guard near the stairs. It's the only way to the floor above. I shall try to distract them, and get at least one to come with me. All you need to do is to follow me as soon as the way is free.
Understood.
I'm going to assume I got changed.
What does this mean?
Paintings are cursed. They'll come for you.
Why the strange symbol repeated over and over? Sarah. Am I in an asylum?
Yes. How have you not figured that out yet?
What did they inject him with? What did he write about the painting?
You can't escape. There's gotta be one more thing I'm missing here. Aha!
Sarah Hawkins is on this list of authorized visitors.
Is this like her brother or something? Ugh. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. As somebody who's
If I
got
don't get out of here, I'll end up like him.
as somebody who's got mental health issues, stuff like this has always terrified me. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably not the only one either. Because it's something that when you know you're having issues and you want help, last thing you want is to be locked up in a place where you're probably not gonna get it. Not the kind that you need.
Poor wretch.
And knowing actual horror stories of places like this, like legitimate stories, not just made up stuff. It makes it hard to actually look for help when you need it.
Dr. Colden, I would like to say that I'm surprised to see you, but we all know that your curiosity will be your ruin.
I don't understand. These people need care. You keep them in this terrible place as if...
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them. As for you, gentlemen, do not disappoint me anymore. No one enters or leaves.
Yes, Doctor.
Damn it. I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those two myself.
I told you not to let her come down.
I know.
If you do it again, I'll report you.
All right. I know.
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valves.
As you want. I'm gonna see if there's sleeping pills left. They've run out again upstairs.
Put a few aside for me, will you? And above all, leave the wheels where they are.
Okay, I'm probably gonna have to do this a couple of times. This is gonna require sneaking and not getting caught. Which admittedly is not my strong suit. At least not in video games.
You. Yeah, you there. Come here. I don't know what you're doing there, but you don't seem to be friends with the nurses. I can help you. Help me, and I'll owe you one.
What do you want?
Sleep. That's all.
Sleep? You don't want to leave?
No. Have you seen the storm that's brewing? I'm fine here. Except for one problem.
You want sleeping pills, right?
Yeah. And in exchange, I can make noise. Lots of noise.
You'll draw the guards to your cell to allow me to escape.
So, you in? Find something to make me sleep, and I'll take care of the guards for you.
Okay.
I'll find you some pills.
Go look in the storage room. There must be sleeping pills there.
What is welling up inside me? I feel it in my head and in my body. He roars and swells and has strength of oceans. Its waves rise and crash, leaving behind them only a trail of white, nourishing foam. He is my master. He enters me. Yes, 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 yes.
Oh, he's right there.
If I walk, I do not stop. If I do not stop, he does not catch me. If he does not catch me, I do not sleep. If I do not sleep, I do not see him. I do not hear him. He does not call me. He does not call. He calls me. If I walk, I do not stop. If I do not stop, I catch him. If I catch him,
Have I activated anything?
Oh! Stay out of the dark! Got it! Out of curiosity, what's my sanity looking like right now? Oh shit, I got 2 skills. Or 2 points to put in stuff. Confirm that. I'm still currently stable in my sanity, apparently, which is a surprise. How am I so okay? Charles Hawkins is alive despite its crude and deformative appearance. This thing looked like Hawkins. He attacked Bradley after he recognized him. What could have happened to Charles on the night of the fire? I've never seen a major burns victim in such a state. Something is not right. Officer Bradley's female friend works as a general practitioner at the Riverside. So Bradley actually wants Pierce out. Then that might actually be him. Maybe. Unless it's a part of some grand scheme. Which it could very well be, considering everything. They are laid out on a frozen stone. One would say they are dead, but their bodies do not decompose. Are they in some form of coma? Okay, so what about my... There was something. Okay, that fixed it. Ah, knowledge. That's what... Found this dagger. I found this dagger in the tunnels under Hawkins Manor. Its owner left it behind when he went with the other hooded man. Okay. Okay, I need to creep behind this dude. gonna be able to do so well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, not 6. 4, 5. Just got a few days to go. Yeah, that's it. 4 days a month. No more.
Okay, not sure why I was going this way, but...
Dates at this that's the problem. I don't know what this date is. But the calculations, they're right. 4 days, maximum. 5 at the most.
Oh, I came from that way. Or, no. Oh, I didn't. That's right, there's a dude right around the corner.
Good God. What could this machine be used for?
According to his record, the patient seems to be suffering from psychosis. He gouged his own eyes out in the attack of delirium. Okay, then.
This machine seems to consume a great deal of electricity. What will happen if I increase the current to the limit?
I think I already did that.
Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine?
Nasty.
The corpse is complete. Whose are these limbs?
Did he get Frankensteined? Oh, nope. Let's not do that.
I can still increase the load.
That's administration. How am I...
Exactly what I need. Locked. Control wheel to mount on a plumbing system.
Breviary of Medicine, Tome 1. Does this mean my oh, yeah, my medicine went up. Nice. That doesn't surprise me. I think I found everything in here. The ladder. Nope.
This padlock is too complicated for me.
Really? Which means I'm going to have to find key.
The green gas leaves from here and it runs through the whole building.
Last week's incident caused significant damage to the infrastructure, putting a stop to current experiments. This is unacceptable. From now on, the wheels to operate the gas stopcocks must be kept in storage room after each use. Moreover, you must keep the register of use up to date. Dr. Fuller.
Now for the next step.
Game saved. I repaired your machine as best I can. However, the piping has been damaged and I fear that gas is escaping. I cannot do any more in such short a time. All I can do is to warn you, if the equipment is put under too much pressure, there's a risk of explosion.
It's impossible to break this chain with my bare hands. The duct. This valve controls the pressure.
Shit!
This padlock is too complicated for me.
Alright, I will deal with all that after I climb that ladder. I know. Okay, so I know they can't hear me in game, but still.
Where do they keep their sleeping pills? Scopolamine, morphine, opium? Nothing but common drugs. My new friend's sleeping pills.
Okay, still stable.
I've got what you want.
Show me!
There. And remember, they don't come for free.
Don't you worry, you'll have your diversion. Go on now, go hide yourself. The crows! They're everywhere! Make them go away! Help!
You... what? Fuck.
So much the better. Now go visit the land of dreams and leave me in peace.
You want to be locked up, my friend. I don't want to dream, I want to sleep. I keep saying...
Hey! Shit! I knew it. Yep, nope. Fuck it. Last checkpoint. God damn it.
The crows! They're everywhere! Make them go away!
Oh! No, I need to do this again.
You there?
I know what I was supposed to do. I was a dumbins. Last checkpoint.
The crows! They're everywhere! Make them go
That nonsense again. Shut up. Dr. Fuller warned us it was just a ship.
Didn't I come over here already?
Stop turning like that, damn it.
The door is blocked on the other side.
Where is there a hidden object?
With these chains on your wrist, you can't escape.
There's something in this room that's hidden, and I can't fucking figure out where to look. Ah!
It's impossible to break this chain with my bare hands. It's locked.
I gotta be missing something. Oh, was I supposed to go in that door? Fuck it. Okay, let's do this again.
What carnage?
Oh. Windows are blocked. I can walk around.
It's done. Now for the others. It's an ammeter. I didn't expect to see one on this little rock.
Get me out! Don't let me sleep in here.
There he is. Yeah, fuck it, I waited too long. Yeah, I got close. This was the other place I was supposed to be going. At least I think. Oh, no. This is a... Maybe?
I can still increase the load.
Oh, I got one more I gotta do still.
Zoology, esotericism, mineralogy, and a full shelf on cephalopods.
I wonder why the cephalopods.
Sarah Hawkins. She was a patient here.
Was interned at Riverside for fits of insanity a while before her death. She wasn't at her first attempt with the fire at the mansion.
That Dr. Fuller again.
Document attesting to the fact that Irene Sanders, wife of Francis Sanders, had her husband interned after he had shown grave signs of madness.
Anatomy, anthropology, nothing surprising. Anatomy, anthropology, nothing surprising. Zoology, esotericism, mineralogy, and a full shelf on cephalopods.
I wish they made things a little more obvious. I wish I knew where I needed to go next to get this thing fucking kicking off. Maybe I should. Okay, so strength. Improving his skills increase your chance of forcing doors or mechanisms or using violence, physical or verbal, during interactive discussions. You're investigating and talents. Improving the skills increase your chances of understanding past events by analyzing crime scenes or an object or picking locks. So I have 4 out of 5. I'm at an expert, so why can't I pick a fucking lock open? Are you saying I need to have like a 5 out of 5 to get a lock open? Annoying. Really annoying. I don't know. Who the fuck is seeing me? Get it.
Worse and worse. What's the connection between this meat and the electrical installation? This is madness. Are they seriously thinking of transmitting the properties of this meat by electric current? Theoretically, I've only got one lever to push. I can still increase the
God
load.
damn it. So I've gotten 3. Where's the 4th? Ugh. Alright, let me look at something real quick. Real quick. Okay, understood. Okay, so getting into the admin office is in fact what I need to do. Who's seeing me right now? But I need to do it. Need to do it by sneaking in through the kitchen, it seems. Okay. So the dude comes back over to the pots. Should be okay. See me, don't see me, don't see me. Okay. Hi, puppy. Can I help you, sir? Everyone, this is my puppers. He is a dork. Hi. You were standing on my chair. I know you demand attention, but puppy, this is not the time. This is not the time, buddy. You're very cute. I hope you know. Say hello to the subscribers. Say hello to other people watching. Yeah. You're a good boy. Woo! It's not where the key is. Alright. I gotta check some more real quick. Okay, so apparently the keys are cooking pots. That's the meat. Oh, King Hell, that was terrifying. Okay. Okay, I've already been in archives. Alright, wait for him to come around again. I gotta freaking remember where the fuck everything is. I don't remember where the doors were.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Well, I guess I'm gonna be going the gas way, maybe.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Did I like break the padlock or something? Or no, here it is. This is what I need
It's
the key.
impossible to break this chain with my bare hands.
I have keys! I know I have keys! The guards room. This key opens the guards room in the cellar. Cellars of the Riverside Institute. This key opens the maintenance room in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. Am I not in that area? Thought I was. Ugh.
It's impossible to break this chain with my bare hands.
Okay. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Oh, play around. See where the fuck everything takes me. This the room? Oh. Oh, looks like I'm going the lever route. Oh, let's go out. This is creepy as fuck.
The door is blocked on the other side. All the levers are activated.
I'm kind of curious to know where that leads, but let's just do this.
That should draw the attention of the guards. I should hide.
Damn it! What's going on? Is there somebody? You know what? that you?
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. But he's the one who's crazy. He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want him. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an invocation, but a revocation. But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. Don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me.
No! Sanders! What the hell?
Oh! Oh!
I gotta... Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
I don't think you want to know. I don't think you actually want to know, 'cause...
Damn! The gas!
Oh, I guess I went the wrong way?
Oh, my head.
Later. We need to move on.
Oh shit, Bradley got me. Sweet! I still hope he's the good guy. Pierce woke up in an asylum. Installed in the cellars of the Riverside Institute, he met Dr. Colden, a female friend of Bradley, who helped him to escape. Wandering through the corridors of this place, where Dr. Fuller reigned supreme, Pierce was able to talk to a man called Francis Sanders. Before dying in full view of the detective, he accused Sarah Hawkins of being the cause of his torments. Pierce finally left the accursed building, accompanied by Bradley and Colden. The companions in misfortune decided to use the Hawkins mansion as a hideout. Cephalopod. Sort of.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Real quick. Does I have like what, 3 points? Yeah.
awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
It seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
I think a part of him does.
You two know each other pretty well.
It's a tiny island. Everyone knows everyone. Especially since I'm a police officer and Marie's a doctor.
The chemistry is obvious.
I do seem a little bit stupid, don't I? Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller and a nurse. Blood. Everywhere. My legs. The pain. I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the Institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed... demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there, with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Crap. Lying could get us in a world of hurt, but so could telling the truth in this kind of situation.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Sanders' residence. Pierce, Colden, and Bradley decided to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to his widow about the shambler that the unfortunate man mentioned before he died.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Are you
Very
sure
well,
it has
Miss
nothing
Baker.
to do with you?
This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
I tried.
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long. The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives. Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even? A house of artists. Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting? He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? He didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated. She despises Sarah Hawkins, but it's the painting she truly hates. Why?
Ah!
The Shambler.
Well then!
I need to see it. Did she really care for him after all?
Dear Madam, I acknowledge the receipt of the letter in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. I'm sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to return his body to you. At the moment of his interment, you signed a discharge allowing me to dispose of his body as I see fit. I extend my deepest condolences to you, Thomas Fuller. Oh, he is such an asshole.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins. One connected to the horrors I've discovered on this island.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
All's fair in love and war, I suppose.
Oh no. Oh, that was a mistake.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all hope of ever owning this accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the Shambler. Your friend, Sarah Hawkins.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
I don't remember having the first one. The Whale and the Cod. Huh.
I could use one of those. A strange Amerindian pendant.
An ancient amulet, probably Amerindian. I wonder what its purpose could be. I hope this is a fictional people. That's my hope.
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
Okay. Jeez. Oh, this is the gallery. Why do I have to hide?
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times. The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery. The public entrance to the gallery.
Oh, that text is glowing. Interesting.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
Looks like a weird... weird take on some... Oh, I can't remember if it's like supposed to be Sumerian. Sumerian, Egyptian, a lot of Middle Eastern effigy-like stuff. Or Middle Eastern-like things. Okay. Oh, that's probably why I get to hide, because I gotta hide from the fucker. How am I supposed to deal with this now? Very Jurassic Park. Do I have to like sneak out or some shit now?
What the hell was that?
Ah, I'm fucking dead. Okay, got it. Got it. I now need to escape the Shambler, not examine the Shambler.
What the hell?
Okay, real quick. I have 4 points. Shaken. The ordeals. Ordeals you have gone through have left their mark, but you will still manage as best you can. You keep your mind busy in order to chase away doubts and painful memories. You still have some way to go. Who knows where your mind could lead you along the path of insanity. Whatever. Of course Fuller knows. He's probably hiding shit. Dimensional Shambler comes from a dark and inhospitable dimension where the rarity of food sources keeps it in a state of permanent starvation. This is why it is in a constant state of readiness to travel to other dimensions in order to feed on its inhabitants. Make sure you never weaken the veils of your dimension, otherwise you risk attracting this very dangerous creature. Should this happen, you just have to lay eyes upon it for its being to anchor itself in your dimension and to allow it to rip you open with its claws. Fun. Men will gather the knowledge through the lines dictated to me by the great old ones. Got it. Warlock, great old one. It really is Cthulhu. Okay. Or Cthulhu's family group, whatever. But point is, great old ones. Got it. But also in other volumes, the visions that assail me whisper me names and silhouettes of mystical creatures. Soon the Malleus Monstrorum, repository of all anatomical, cosmic, and dimensional knowledge, will be seen as the authoritative work. This book, unholy among the most cursed books, will one day be the final rampart between man and the predators that are waiting to devour him, hidden behind the veils of parallel dimensions. Please. There's a first volume to this damn thing. I gotta find it now. There's a lot of stuff I'm apparently missing. There it was. I hadn't looked at that. That's what it was. Okay. This is gonna take a few times, I have a feeling. Okay, I understand what it is I'm supposed to do now. Let's see if I can pull it off.
What the hell was that? Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Why is it? Okay, it's leaving.
This dagger looks different.
I managed to do it! Use the dagger and cut him.
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I've still got things to settle with Irene.
The Nameless Bookstore. The Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce. After a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back into the painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the Nameless Bookstore. Pierce decides to pay the library a visit. Not gonna lie, that was kind of intense. Oh, great. And he has a dagger on him.
Where's the bookseller?
Now there's obviously a fight. How many... Jeez, how much does it take for me to fucking learn this shit?
What does this strange book contain?
Is this the first one?
This book contains unholy knowledge.
This collection catalogs classifies creatures that I have never heard of, divinities from the stars. Creatures capable of traveling from one dimension to another presents itself as the reference work on the bestiary of the myth without giving details on the mythology to which it refers. The pages are covered with phantasmagorical illustrations. I'm hoping that's volume 1.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion. Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
And Freud had a lot of his own issues, which caused a lot of problems for the psychological community later on. Why is there bones?
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Yeah, somehow I missed volume 1. Apparently there's stuff that I missed because I was not using my lamp. There's a lot of human bones here. Okay.
What happened here? Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work. To whom does this footprint belong? This burglar seems to be rather clumsy. What killed all these animals? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What the... Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case. Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
A page seems to be hidden here. It is possible to read. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality in order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its contents into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The content of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents, and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor suffer from your actions. Right. Life and study combine in the Greek world. Life and study.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Yeah, because...
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
This key that bears the Elder Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch, whose purpose is to push back the forces of the Great Old Ones, were engraved as its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from its last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trips to Cairo. There's some grammatical errors here. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. Alchemy. Life and study. I literally am gonna have to find the combination now. Ah, hi.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
Oh, you've never heard of the Arkham Asylum? Just... Okay, written by Nostradamus. Volume is part of the Arkham Anthology.
How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Key of Solomon.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
Trying to oh, what? There's one more.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Okay. Where life... Okay, I need a pen real quick. And I need something to write on. Have tech. All right.
Another volume by
Okay,
Arkham
so that's
Editions.
9.
Arkham Editions.
7.
Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection?
4.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
6.
Arkham Editions.
Wait.
Never heard of him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
That is 8. Meant to look at that one.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
1.
Arkham Editions.
3.
Never heard of him. How many volumes are
2.
there in this collection?
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alrighty. Well, let's... I believe... Greek? Okay.
Another
now
volume by
okay.
Arkham Editions.
Azoth and Other Horrors. Azathoth.
Arkham Editions.
Isis Unveiled.
Never heard of him.
So 7. Nine. Azathoth.
How many volumes are there in this
Key
collection?
of Solomon. 6.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Massa di Requiem per Shogai. 8. I am not writing all that out.
Arkham Editions.
Prophecies.
Never heard of him.
6. Wait a minute. Did I misread? Key of Solomon. Isn't that 4?
How many volumes are there in
That
this
is
collection?
4. I don't know what. I'm fucking 4. I'm tired.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
3. Should not be.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of. How many volumes are there in this collection?
1. Oera Linda. I might have to go over these books again.
Another volume by Arkham
Corpus
Editions.
Hermeticum. Two. I know I'm on the right track because freaking life and study come to meet. Let me look at this. So it's 3 numbers. 7. Or? No, that's not it. Wait a minute.
Arkham editions?
1.
Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in
3.
this collection? Another volume by
2.
Arkham
1, 2,
editions.
Okay.
Arkham
That should be
editions.
2.
Never. How many volumes are there
3,
in this
1.
collection?
2, 3, 1. Let's try 2, 3, 1. Backwards, maybe? Oh. That's 5 of them. There's gotta be... Maybe it's in the letter. Her life... Study... Aha!
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Is there not a player? I'm gonna have to go to a whole different room, aren't I?
Things are not looking good.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
Also known as Nightmare Lyrics, this collection of poems was... He was only 18 years old. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology Illustrations. 9. Oh. I wonder. Mm-mm. This isn't. If I had 9 numbers, I could probably do that. No, I don't know. Or if there was 4 numbers needed, I could probably figure it out.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
Yeah, he said 9.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
I don't. Oh, crap, I got 4. Okay. Okay. Each cylinder is numbered even as a celebrated author says. Order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of imagination. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Okay, wait a minute.
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
2, 3, 1. 2, 3, 1. Let's listen to them in that order. See what happens. Okay. 2.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them. And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Wait.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them. And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still
312.
standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
312. Let's try that. No, that's not it.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in it. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
Wait a minute. Maybe they have something to pertain to the actual volumes.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
The Queen has little protection.
Wait. The Queen. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Protect our White Queen. She is what?
The Queen has little protection.
Is this gonna like literally take me having to have a freaking knowledge of chessboard? 2. I think. Un momente. Okay. It was up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then secret grail secrets.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Bauble seems to be ancient. It seems to be made of gold, decorated with real precious. Do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif? Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? Maybe? Wait a minute. Let me do this.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Okay. I don't know, so I'm going to go with what I found. Maybe I figured it out, maybe I didn't. Try this. Okay. 5. 5. 9. Shit, nope. Chess is 5, right?
The Queen has little protection.
Yeah. Try 3. It was the, either the surrounding chess pieces around the queen, or it was how many pieces had gotten taken. One of those two. But there was 3 white pawns on the table, and there was 3 pieces surrounding the queen. So you count the rubies, it's one of those 2s on the chessboard, and 9 for the book. Figured it out. And I didn't have to look it up. Haha. The only thing I had to look up was, the numbers on a chessboard. Oh, great. Good job, dude. You have now been seen. Congratulations. Read the Necronomicon. The Necronominom. In the nameless bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find what the letter and Sarah Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin lied inside, irresistibly attracted to the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. Oh.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position. I thought he was waking up, but no.
Show me his file.
That's not possible.
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
That's why I called you. This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told. After inhaling chemicals.
What are his symptoms?
His temperature has been going down. His skin losing its color. His body rigid. I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over.
He's
I
dying.
didn't want them to dry out. And I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will. I don't recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
He said he worked on the docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Ms. Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang. They call her Cat.
Oh, I see.
Do you have other questions?
That'll do for the time being.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Very well. I'll examine him. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. 30-year-old subject, severe hypothermia, erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums, necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
He's transforming!
You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
He's
Some of
freaking
his
mutating!
symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Suddenly I'm
Whatever
getting
it is,
flashes of my
this
character
man
tally
has
from
something
D&D.
inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
He's being
It's
turned
soft
into a
at the
fucking
touch.
cephalopod.
It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
This is defying science. What do you think it is?
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail.
Put him in
And
water.
You won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier,
he seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations, and this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients, provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore.
Pierce!
He's dying.
Oh no, Pierce!
Really?
Oh, fucking
What
hell,
do
Pierce!
you mean by isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Pierce!
Fascinating.
No!
An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
Why'd you go there?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Pierce.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything?
Welcome to the 1920s. You guys are women.
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
Oh, mum's the word. Got it.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
You doing okay there, dude?
one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Come now. Don't let that witch sap your morale. We're lacking in qualified personnel, and she knows it. Her petty punishments won't last forever.
I'm trying, Doctor. I'm trying. It's just that sometimes I imagine she shuts down the water herself, just for the pleasure of harassing me.
Her time is much too precious for these kind of petty games.
Anyway, I've learned my lesson. I'll hold my tongue next time.
Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Oh.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Boiler room.
And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
The door to the boiler room is locked. I have to get the key if I wish to get rid of Donovan. This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
Would you know where the key to the boiler room is?
Betty didn't put it back in its place. Well, she took it to lock the door.
I'll ask her. Thank you.
But if I may say so, Doctor, I think that the problems of our patients are more urgent than the plumbing.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I'll see to it right away.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
Oh. What state is he in now?
You should go see for yourself, Doctor. Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
You did good work. The tranquilizer is kicked in. Now you can disinfect and bandage his wounds.
Thank you, Doctor. And as to his weight loss?
I'll prescribe an antifungal treatment for his dysgeusia. In the meantime, feed him intravenously.
It'll be done.
Can't fucking, question or do anything.
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Where's Betty?
Mrs. Sanders? Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
Great!
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back?
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
Dr. Colden?
Hello, Betty. I'm looking for the key to the boiler room.
What for?
To put it in its place. Perhaps I should do the same with you.
I beg your pardon?
I suspect you of having a little too much fun at Elizabeth's expense. But be warned, it could easily be you they will all be laughing at tomorrow.
You are right, Doctor. The key is in the dormitory office in Block B.
Thank you. I shall go fetch it. The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait. Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation.
Heart attack, probably.
Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands. Hay fever. What's he doing here? I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool. The operating room is never accessible after an operation. Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I'm sorry. Dr. Fuller is a very busy man.
Well, is there anyone else who can tell us what's going on?
She's our only family, you know? And we can't even see her medical file.
Don't worry. I'm aware our institution is not always welcoming. But your mother is in good hands. I'll tend to her myself, and keep you informed at once. Would that suit you?
Well, that sure sounds great to us, Doctor. Thank you.
But those are just words, so we're not budging.
Very well. At least I'll know where to find you. Chronic insomnia. Like half the island. This place draws you in and never lets you go.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so
It's
unfair.
temperamental, if I understand correctly. The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high. We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, but Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment. We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Trying to find a tool. Where I would find said tool, who fucking knows? Found a tool. Wait a minute.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
You're not here for treatment, right?
Am I so obvious?
Only to me. I know you worry about me.
I trust you. I'm happy to see you.
Me too, Ethan. Is that all?
Well, there might be something else. I'm not sure.
Tell me.
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
Oh, most definitely.
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Wait a minute, what? Oh, did I pass it? I fucking passed it. It was... wait. I get too easily turned around in this place, I swear. There we go.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion. It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here. The Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders. Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something. Patient files. I was right. I should go another way.
Conclusions? Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins.
This
The
finger
patient
belonged to a
appears to have
woman.
finally accepted
Why
the
keep it here?
illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Why is Ethan on medication? Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
There's gotta be something. Oh.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection. I must go back to the basement.
Is this how she found Pierce? Or is this after the fact? I can never tell.
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
Shit! Nope, this was definitely after.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around.
Oh, he's still alive.
Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Oh, I swear I'll shoot!
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead!
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colden. She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait. No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
All right. All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go! Rescue the doctor!
Thank you, Drake.
Caca. Alrighty. Caught in the trap. The book projected Pierce into the body of Dr. Colden. The detective watched helplessly as Bradley's friend carried out her inquiry. Confronted with the experiments of Fuller, she got into his office and discovered that the director of Riverside Institute was hiding information on, if not the body of, Sarah Hawkins. But she was discovered by Fuller. Pierce must save her before it's too late.
I pray that Colden is really here and alive.
Alrighty, so we will pick this up next time because, whoo boy, that was a lot. But again, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me here. As a reminder, if you wish to support the channel, if you wish to support myself and my editor, feel free to hit up here or go ahead and press the subscribe button and like the videos that you watch. And I will see you guys next time. Have a great, awesome night.